Y'all think we got no baby daddies? Well, we got 2.
What race did we decide for our donors?
I don't have like a husband on
On standby.
yeah, on standby. What up, YouTube? We're back.
We're back.
What's poppin'?
What's poppin'?
Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button and throw us a like if you like what you see. What we doing today, baby?
We are doing a fertility Q&A, finally. It took us like 3 weeks.
Honestly, yeah, I feel like we haven't like had a proper vlog together. Well, you had your vlog with your mom, so that was lit. And then the vlog before was us with both of our moms, wedding planning and everything. So it hasn't just been me and you in a while.
Yeah.
But
And that's been like our life in the last couple weeks. It hasn't really been just us, probably in like the last 4 weeks.
yeah, I know, it's been crazy.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot of planning, bachelorette planning, wedding planning, baby planning. So it's like,
Everybody's included.
Yeah.
And we still won't actually get to be with each other until after the bachelorette.
yeah.
But-
And I've been like so busy with work and like all this stuff. So I'm excited for everything that we have coming, but I'm glad. I'm also excited for when it just like chills out. Yeah. But yeah, today we're doing a fertility Q&A.
So y'all saw that we made an announcement that after our wedding, we plan on having a baby. And we got a lot of questions, a lot of comments, wanting more details, wondering, I guess, just the rest of the process. We can only tell y'all what we've done so far, and we can only answer questions that we've done so far. We're still at the beginning of the process.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna start with the first question that we actually answered in the last video, but I got like a ton of people asking us that again. Who's gonna carry the baby?
Oh. Okay. Who is carrying the baby? We're both carrying the babies. But Victoria is gonna go first, and I am gonna go after her. Maybe, you know, we'll see how we feel, but probably soon after.
Maybe a little 2 under 2 situation.
Yeah, like when the baby's like one, and then I'll try to like start getting pregnant. I think, well, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we're both carrying, and we want obviously at least two kids, but we really want 3. One of us has to carry 2 times, and it's not gonna be her. So
No.
I have to carry twice. So we're gonna see when I decide to carry again.
Or potentially one of us could end up having twins, especially with the process that they use. It's like more likely for us to have twins.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's also
Like we're really down for twins, honestly.
Yeah, we don't mind.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. But yeah, we want 3 kids.
What race did we decide for our donors? So obviously Lindsay is white, Puerto Rican, but white. And I'm black, obviously. And we want our blended family to really be as close to an accurate representation of us as we can get. So that does mean that my donor is going to be white, and whenever Lindsay does decide to carry, her donor is going to be black. And we are doing our best to find donors that are just what we have in mind or that feel right to us in that like category.
We're having obviously two different donors, so that like makes our process a little bit different because we have to go through the process of choosing a donor 2 times and all of the steps that come with it 2 different times. I feel like that makes sense.
That's one of those things that I think everybody can have their own opinion on.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we're the 2 people that are deciding to have kids together, and it's something that we both decided that we want to do. So it's just one of those things. It is what it is. It's what we're gonna do. It's what we're happy to do. So
2 daddies. Y'all think we got no baby daddies? Well, we got 2 different fathers. Donors.
Yeah. It's all you about to say donuts.
Donors.
The way you say donors. Donuts.
Okay, the next question is, do we know the sperm donor? At this moment, no, we do not. But throughout the process, yes, they become a known donor.
We will. We don't know them yet, but we gonna get to know them.
Yeah.
And they're gonna be something that they're going to be someone that our kid knows and can get to know whenever they like.
The way that we, decided to go through the process was with Seed Scout, as we mentioned before. And so throughout that process, we choose them. They also have to agree to us after we meet and talk and connect and everything. And then, like you said, throughout our child's life, they have the opportunity to know the donor, but not in a super close way, but just, they may or may not come visit every, whatever. However close we want us to get with him, we can do that. So, yeah.
And that's what Seed Scout is all about. So a big part of it is anybody that is a donor there knows that it's an open, or what's it called, a known donor system. So it's not something that's anonymous, and the child is always going to know about you. Right. So you have to be open to communicating with them.
Right.
That's why we chose them. So
yeah. I'm very excited.
Any specific names in mind already?
I mean, we have a note of names, but we're not gonna share that with you guys.
Yeah, we do have but we've had.
And plus, we need to revisit the note because things may have changed.
I think the names are pretty good in that note.
I know, but we need to rearrange the order in which.
Which.
Yeah. So we have some in mind, but again, nothing set in stone at all.
But this is how you know that we've been wanting and knowing that we want to have a family together for years, because for years we have a shared note where we just if she sees a name that she thinks is a nice kid name, she'll put it in the note, or I'll put it in the note, and we'll be oh yeah, we whatever, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. And a lot of our names are very gender neutral, so they can, if we have a boy or a girl, they can both have that name.
I like that about
yeah. And actually, but in our note we say, I'm just gonna use it Lindsay for an example. That's generally a girl name, but in our note we're we like that for a boy name.
Yeah.
It's usually the opposite. So they are gender neutral, but yeah. Will you do reciprocal IVF and carry your wife's baby?
No.
Yeah, for us, we're not doing reciprocal IVF because I feel that's a good option for, people who are in lesbian relationships and one of them does not want to carry.
Yes.
Because then you can still have my egg or your egg, but if you didn't want to carry, I could carry them all. But in our case, we don't necessarily have to do that. It's just an extra step that we're both using our eggs. So no, not in our situation.
I like that though. That's a good reasoning of why a lot of people do end up doing it. And I think that's I didn't even think about that, but that's so true. People tend to do it because one of them isn't ever going to carry.
Yeah, they don't want to carry, but you still want your egg to be, what is it, fertilized or whatever. You still want your child to have some of your genes. So yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But she was our doctor did ask us would you guys want to yeah, the extra steps, extra money is just
yeah. And by the way, that's what people don't tell y'all. It costs extra money. Yeah, every step of this process costs a fee.
And also, this is probably a question. Are we doing IVF or IUI? So the difference between IVF and IUI is that in IVF, I'm gonna swap them. I already know.
You literally just started that confidently.
Wait, what is it? In vitro. IVF is when they take your egg out and they take the sperm and then they do it in, the lab. They fertilize the egg and then they have the fertilized egg and they put it back in you. So that's what you want to do.
Yes.
Because as y'all know about Victoria's health anxiety and her journey with that, I mean, that's a big part of it, I think, right?
That and also just knowing the chances of having the baby get higher, and I don't have to do as many trials as when you do IUI.
Right. Because
you're right. Then.
Yeah. Because you already know that the egg is fertilized outside of the womb, then when they put it in her, it's a way higher chance of you getting pregnant. She wants to definitely do IVF.
Yep, you're right.
When I get pregnant, I'm leaning more towards IUI. Again, that might change in the future, but I don't know why. I just feel I don't have the same worries or
You don't.
priorities as you. So I was like, yeah, I'll do IUI, which is where they basically just put the sperm inside of me, and if one of my eggs fertilizes, great.
And if it doesn't, then we'll
We
do
have
it
to try
again.
again,
And
yeah.
again, like that's a process I think.
You want to avoid.
Yes, but I also think I can see you doing it and killing it.
And being fine with it,
Yeah.
yeah. The only problem with that is that, like, if my eggs keep, like, they don't fertilize, then we only have a certain amount of sperm. It's not like we could just, I don't have, like, a husband on...
On standby.
On standby, but, so then you, like, might, like, run out of sperm, and in which case then we can just, like, switch over to the IVF.
Yeah, hopefully it doesn't get that far.
No,
Pray
it
that
won't.
everything goes
Yeah,
good.
it won't.
Have y'all ever discussed adoption?
For us, we really haven't. I mean, we've asked the question, would you want to adopt? And for us, we didn't really ever have that desire.
We're open to it if we needed to. If, for instance, so I've already done all my genetic testing, all of my lab work, and I am healthy and my eggs are all good, and hopefully the process to have a baby will be smooth. And because of that, we don't plan on adopting. Mm-hmm. But if it had been done differently, the thing is too, because Lindsay is carrying, it wouldn't have immediately went to adoption or fostering or anything like that, because
we also have me.
We also have her who, yeah.
And I mean, adoption is what a lot of people are like called to do, but like for us, it just necessarily wasn't what we wanted to do. We just wanted to we've always wanted to be pregnant, both of us.
Yeah. Not at the same time.
No, not at the same time. But like, that's why we're both carrying. Like, we've always, you grow up and you're like thinking of these things that you just, you want. And it's like a blessing for us to still be able to get that even in, a lesbian relationship. Like, we can still have our babies,
Yeah. And I also think it's like one of those questions that if we were a hetero couple, no one would be wondering if we were gonna adopt. There becomes a lot of pressure on the queer community to like, because people feel like, oh, people should adopt more.
Yeah.
It's like we have the same capabilities. It's just a different journey there.
Yes. Are y'all going through the IVF process? And if so, are you doing it out of pocket or through insurance? The answer is, well, we've already talked about the IVF. So yes, you're doing IVF. And the second part is, yes, we're going through insurance. So actually our friend Kate told us about the, what is it?
Progeny?
Yeah, progeny.
I think it's progeny.
We think it's called progeny clause in like your insurance that's like provided by your job. In mine has that. So what it is, it's technically an infertility clause, but we're not infertile, but like you have to go through the IVF process in our situation. So my insurance covers a good bit of it. I don't know how much yet, but
yeah, we
to be
haven't
honest.
looked, we haven't quite looked into it yet, like into the details, because it's like what, almost 8 months down the line.
Yeah. I mean, because Victoria's, the insurance thing, she's not on my insurance yet, so right now, like her doctor's visits and stuff are out of pocket.
So it's a little bit of out of pocket
Yeah.
and insurance, because currently I am paying everything out of pocket, and that was for my lab work, my genetic testing, all my doctor's visits, my ultrasounds. So if you got insurance, I highly recommend being on it for these things, because none of those are cheap.
So half and half. By the time we actually do the the IVF process, you'll be on my insurance. Like, you'll have insurance. Yeah. So.
And that's what we were planning for, so it worked. It works out for us and for our timeline. So,
right.
Yeah. What made y'all decide it was time?
I mean, I feel like we just knew. Like, we've like I said, we've always talked about having kids and wanting kids. And honestly, when we got engaged, we set our wedding date for 2 years from the first time that I proposed. And this 2 years has felt so long. Like, I mean, it's been good. Like, I've enjoyed it, but like now I'm like just ready like to be married. You know what I'm saying?
It feels like now it feels too far away.
Yeah, like 2 years is long.
It's long, but I will say it's worth it, because
it
spreads out the payments and it makes you feel like you're spending less money on a wedding.
Yeah, as far as like wedding planning goes.
Yeah. But as far as like being ready to be married to the love of my life, I'm like, can we just get married next weekend?
Yeah, literally. What do you think? I think we just knew.
We're in a place financially where we feel comfortable to have a child.
We feel emotionally ready to have a child. We know that we're both gonna be great moms, and we trust each other with momhood. Partnership.
Oh yeah.
And so I feel like that's a big part of it. Like a lot of people say, you never feel ready, and I'm like, I feel ready. I mean, I know. I'm not saying like I think it's gonna be easy or something, but like I know that I'm ready.
I think, like you were saying, to piggyback off of that partnership, like you talking about it being a partnership, that is the biggest part of why we get excited. Like we talk about all the time how much fun it's gonna be because we're a team when we do things, and like to have a kid together and know like we have the same morals, we have the same mindset, and our relationship is very 50-50, and we do our best to like help each other. We're both gonna be active.
Yeah, and we're confident in that, in each other. So
I'm very confident in you. I have no doubt about it that you're gonna be incredible.
Yeah, I agree with you too. That's how we know that we're ready, or that we knew that it was time.
Now I'm gonna follow up with the question I saw someone ask, which was basically asking, how do you feel about this entire process? And I feel like what they were trying to ask was, how are you feeling emotionally going into this first pregnancy with like just me being the one carrying and everything? Like,
What I hear is like, am I jealous or something?
I don't know, but I like that therapy. Did you just do a little therapy technique?
No, I'm just saying what the emotions that came to my mind were, are they asking if I'm like jealous? And the answer is no. I feel great. Like, I feel like, you know, we decided for you to go first for a lot of different reasons, and I'm completely fine with that. I think it's good for our relationship because, you know, I think you just need to get it over with, and I don't think that you need to see me pregnant first. Like, I don't want you to get like scared away or anything. So if I were to like have a bad pregnancy or something, it might like affect you a lot more. I'm excited to take care of you and, you know, just be there for you for 9 months and beyond, and like I said, cater to you, and yeah.
Let me cater to you.
Yeah.
I think it's so different though in our situation too. I think that maybe this person assumed that you weren't gonna carry. So a lot of queer couples, when one person isn't carrying, we've seen it play out where the other person doesn't feel like the mom.
Okay, I see.
So I think maybe that's also where they were heading.
No, I mean, sorry.
No, you're fine.
But like, yeah, I don't feel like that at all right now. I don't know what can happen in the future, like when the baby actually comes out. Like, I've heard the moms who don't carry, they don't bond as quickly with the child, you know, as the one who did carry, which is, I mean, I could see how that, you know, happens. It's not like, I don't think those moms are not trying or they're like bad people. I'm not worried about that at all. Like, I don't even think about that. And if it happens, I'll let you guys know.
We'll work through it.
We'll work through it. And but yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about that at all. Like, I don't even think of it as like you're carrying the child, so it's like more attached to you or something. I just think of like our kids.
Yes, and I think that's where I'm like really grateful. I think that, like, I've always thought about it as in like a us, ours.
Yeah.
Like, there's not like my kid that I'm carrying, her kid that she's carrying. It's like, we're having kids, we're excited, we're having a baby.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that's all I've ever thought of it. Like, yeah, I'm excited either way. How do you feel
About what?
going first, me carrying after you? I don't know.
I feel nervous, but really, really excited. Because I can't wait to have a mini us running around. And I feel excited to see you as like a mom because I've always dreamed about it. So I think you're gonna be better than how I've dreamed of me being a mom. I'm gonna be like, who is this Mary?
I'm excited for you to be pregnant too. Like, I think you're gonna be so cute.
Oh my gosh.
You are. Like, first of all, I hope they can fit in there, but
They'll fit.
But
Oh wait,
yeah,
there.
so cute.
You are wishing, you are manifesting twins.
No,
on me.
they. Like, I don't know if it's a boy or a girl.
Oh, I was like, oh my god, you're manifesting twins right now.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
So what's the first step if people are trying to like start their process? For us, our first step was contacting a sperm donor matchmaker, because that's what we need. Yeah, we know that's what we need, and
gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. So the great thing about the company that we're working with is that they literally, if you contact them, they'll walk you through each step. Like, because we didn't know what we were doing either, so that's what they're there for. They don't just provide you with sperm. They provide you with everything you need up until you get to the process, like to the point of like
giving
insemination.
Birth.
Yeah, and insemination.
Oh,
yeah. Up until the point of insemination. So I would say the first step is finding a sperm donor matchmaking like service.
Either, I mean, and again, obviously we know for some people you still want to use cryobanks, which is also good. We're just not personally using a cryobank, but just following up, because I know a lot of people wonder how much it was to go through Seed Scout. It is a pricey, what's it called? It is a very pricey option, but at the same time, this is something for us that we've known that we were going to do for years. So this is also like us saving money, how we save money for a house. You have to have that same thing in mind when it comes to a baby. Because for us, even though it was pricey, it was like one of those things that we knew we needed to make a sacrifice for. We knew we needed to save for, and we knew like when it came to going a more ethical route and going a route that would make us feel good long term about our child growing up using a certain option, we knew we wanted to go this route. Like, does that make sense? Because like once we saw like how a lot of the cryobanks, how it plays out 10, 20 years later, we knew that's not what we wanted for our kid. And so it is expensive. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and play with y'all. It's expensive. It is expensive to have a donor, but this person will be giving us the gift of a child. So it is worth it. And that's kind of how they explained it. And I think that made it like way more helpful too. Okay,
y'all, well, that was the fertility Q&A. We're at 95K subscribers. Send it to your friends, your moms, your aunties, your grandmas, your cousins, so we can get to 100K subscribers, because like that's crazy. We're gonna get a plaque right here, baby.
Yeah, y'all already know what's up.
But send a fun one.
This one was very intense. Not really, but it was just a more serious topic.
Yeah.
But we also knew that a lot of y'all wanted to know, so we wanted to sit down and finally do it. And hopefully we covered most of y'all's questions. I feel like we did.
I feel like we did too.
Yeah, and obviously the more that we go into this process after the wedding, we will really be able to sit down with y'all and go through more like fine details. We are really grateful for 95,000 subscribers. I think I said this, y'all, in my last vlog in Las Vegas, but like we cannot thank y'all enough for getting us here, for supporting us, for loving us, because it's hard being a queer interracial couple. Like,
double homicide.
I was about to say, like, god damn, like we're fighting for our lives online. Y'all have no idea how much hate we get. So to see this so much, to get this much support,
yeah. I can't. I'm just speechless. Like, y'all's support and love means so much. Like, we are just so thankful for you guys. I feel like the audience and, you know, the subscribers and the family that we built online, who are actually like there for us, y'all are hilarious. Number one, you're like ride or dies for us, like, and it's just very healthy, and we just appreciate y'all so much.
More than y'all know.
And we talk about y'all all the time, like, just that we
our
love y'all.
YouTube family is just the best. Like, y'all are just the best, like top tier. Again, funniest people online, most supportive, most loving. We're lucky and blessed and very, very grateful. Can't thank y'all enough for everything y'all have done for us.
So thank y'all so much for watching. Thank y'all for being here. We love y'all so much. We can't wait to take you on the journey with us.
Bachelorette next week.
Thank y'all so much for watching. We love y'all so much. We'll see you when we see you. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Period.
Bye.